people coming from out of town, even out of state. So I really appreciate everyone coming on to celebrate my dad's passing, which was unexpected. So again, thank you for making it here. So my dad, he was one of the best. I just appreciate everything that he's done for me. Growing up, he was always there. He was always not only physically present, but emotionally present and available. So I was an only child, and we moved around a lot. There was a lot of loneliness that came with that. But not only was he was a father, he was also my friend. I saw him as like an older brother. He did pranks on me, joked with me. And then aside from that, he was also my teacher, my martial arts teacher. Teaching martial arts since I was 8, 9 years old. Putting me through 2 hours of grueling training at 9 years old, barely any water. It made me a tough person growing up. He taught me resilience. I remember at 8 years old, he told me that, in Vietnamese, he said, you have to have gan, which is liver. I guess translating in English would mean heart. Resilience, toughness, grit. And I think that's the biggest thing that I got from him. Just that resilience, like never give up. Just if someone's going hard, you're gonna go 10 times harder. Doesn't matter who it is. So that's the kind of mindset that I always had. And I learned that from my dad. He came here with a hard life, came from Vietnam as a refugee with nothing. Like no family connections here. Maybe one, but not even close to them. Came to LA, moved to Houston, to Minnesota, and then he came to New Orleans where he met my mom, and that's where I was born. From then on, we mainly settled in North Carolina. We were in Houston for a couple years. He followed me everywhere that I went. I'm an only child, so he just wanted to be where I was gonna be. When I came back, he sold his house and came back with me. And he immediately started working on the pond that he has now here in Raleigh, that I'm gonna have to, and I want to continue to care for his garden, his flowers, learning how does the pump work, how does these filters work. It's something that I'm gonna have to learn on my own without him here, just to continue doing what he was doing. And another thing too, he was a man that wore his heart on his sleeve. Like, he wasn't afraid to speak his mind if that was what he truly believed in, if it was right. He taught martial arts to friends from Gia Phật tử, but also friends from high school, from Millbrook High School, from the school bus, from the neighborhood. He taught them for free, from the bottom of his heart, to improve the community. Some of these people would never have been able to, it would be hard for them to go to these martial arts schools now. And a lot of these people from Binh Dinh, Dai Sang Dung, and GDPT became my lifelong friends, all because my dad, intentionally set that program up, intentionally placed me into GDPT so that I could have these kind of friends. So I really appreciate the planning, the intentionality that he had bringing me up. And he always said that, he would be willing to just sacrifice himself if it meant that I had a good life growing up. And because of what he's done all these years, my whole life, I want to continue to live up to that and just make him proud. Continue to make him proud, even now. So yeah, thank you everyone for making it here and celebrating the passing of my dad. And he would be really happy to know that you guys were here. So thank you.